Hey folks, this is Rick Steitner from Pawleys Island, South Carolina, Coastal Hearing Center. I'm the audiologist. I've been here for quite some time. I've been in the field for 40 years. And today's topic is going to be fun. We're going to talk about brain hearing. I've been accused at times of not having a brain. I think I still do have one. I have 5 children. They've taken a little bit of my brain away. But the topic that we're going to talk today about is brain hearing. And it's not a new term, but it has new meaning because of technology that is now available to us that almost simulates how the brain works. And I'm going to talk a little bit about how the brain receives sound and this whole concept of brain hearing. Sound comes into our ear, it's collected by the outer ear, which is known as the pinna, and sends it down to the ear canal, where sometimes we have wax. And that sound traverses the ear canal and hits the eardrum. The eardrum moves back and forth like a drum and is connected to 3 little bones. We all remember those 3 bones in school: the hammer, anvil, and the stirrup, or otherwise known as the malleus, incus, and stapes, those 3 little bones. They move back and forth, and then they're attached to a little window, and behind that window is fluid, and in that fluid are hair cells, 16,000 of those hair cells. They're like keys on a keyboard. It's almost like seaweed. And so when that little drum in there moves back and forth, it moves the fluid, moves the hair cells, and there's a change in impulses and sends an electrical impulse up what's called the 8th nerve to our auditory processing portion of the brain. And that's an area I want to talk about. What I just discussed is the mechanics of how we get sound into our brain. There are 4 things that our auditory processing part of our brain addresses. It helps us orient, it helps us to recognize, it helps us to focus, and it helps us to separate. Now I'll talk a little bit about that. First of all, orient. Where does sound come from? We need 2 ears that are functioning. When ears aren't functioning the way they should, some patients will come in and say, I'm lost. I know somebody's talking to me, but I can't find where that sound's coming from. And that's a part of brain hearing, helping us find where a sound comes from. So if you're at home and somebody calls your name, you turn around and you know they're there. But if you have a hearing loss and the ears are a little different, you'll struggle with that. So that's one part of brain hearing. Recognition of a person's voice. It's interesting that our brain knows when somebody talks, we immediately can associate that sound, that voice, with a particular name. It also helps us to recognize different syllables, different sounds, difference between a TH, which is soft, like th, or an SH, sh, or a T. It helps us recognize that. It also allows us to focus, the third area in brain hearing. Focusing means, and we can all relate to this, we've been at a wedding or an event, and it's a very noisy environment, and when our hearing is working fine, we can focus on the person that we want to listen to, but we've also had that opportunity where maybe there was a conversation over here we wanted to listen to, and our brain was able to take that information coming from in front and also that information coming from the side and filter that and be able to manage that information. Quite a complex system, our auditory processing. And the final is to separate. Our brain hearing allows us to separate what's important versus unimportant. What is noise and what isn't is noise. Now, each of us have a different ability or capability of brain hearing. Musicians can hear things sometimes that non-musicians can't. And so it's a rather complex system. So it's not just, is my hearing system working or not, but how is my brain processing sound? Well, the new excitement in the field is that a manufacturer, Oticon specifically, has developed technology that almost simulates this brain hearing, and it helps people that have a hearing loss, helps them recognize better, focus on sounds better, separate sounds, and orient them a little bit better. We've been quite surprised and quite pleased of what this technology has done. So when you have an opportunity, and if you're not sure, get a hearing test, give us a call at 843-979-3888. That's 843-979-3888. We're in Pawleys Island at 245 Business Center Drive. We're right across from Sonic. Give us a call. We'll be happy to do a hearing test, talk a little bit more about this brain hearing concept, and actually let you listen to something. I think you'll be quite impressed. Hey, folks, again, thanks for always showing up and listening to me. Have a great day. Be safe and stay cool if you're in the Pawleys area. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye now.